For those looking for a career opportunity in the realm of worldwide deployable mercenaries, look no further. Manticore Security Task Force is committed to provide privatized quick reaction forces by both land and air to the highest bidder. This fictitious PMC corporation and squad has upgraded familiar commercial vehicles to modern-day war machines and takes diversity and inclusion to a whole new level with outstanding small arms options. For this video, I will provide an overview of the Western Private Military Contractors, then weigh the faction's pros and cons to determine their overall practical strengths and weaknesses. Citing squad developers directly, the Western Private Military Contractors focuses on non-standardized modern infantry. While they may lack some of the tools that other conventional forces have, such as heavy vehicles and heavy weapons, they make up for it with speed, agility, and infantry firepower. In-game, Manticore Security Task Force is distinguished by their mixing of civilian clothes and modern military gear with black, green, multicam, or tan uniform pieces, and either black or dark colored vehicle paint. In terms of map variety, the Contractors are currently the strongest amongst unconventional forces, as the team has the ability to deploy to every map, and being an independent faction, they have the ability to oppose units from every alliance to include other independent adversaries. For unit variety, the Western mercenaries are currently very weak, as they have only 3 of the 8 available unit types: air assault, combined arms, and light infantry. Their default unit deploys 1 M60 main battle tank, 2 tracked APCs, one of which is a mobile spawn variant, 6 SUVs, 2 armed, 2 ATGM Vics, 2 scout cars, and 3 helicopters, one of which is a light helicopter, in addition to standard logistics and transport assets. Manticore Security Task Force infantry are specialized for efficient ground combat. They are an unconventional warfighting entity, which enables commanders to call in support from any friendly vehicle, with access to a handheld drone for short-range aerial reconnaissance. The pro that sets this team apart from other guerrilla fighters is that the WPMCs can call in full-fledged airstrikes from F-16 fighter aircraft, ensuring their dominance in the sky. Squad leadership abilities are bolstered further with varied SL kits, fielding submachine guns, impact grenades, fully automatic M14 battle rifles, and the standalone M320 40mm grenade launcher. The diversity of small arms is extended to nearly every member of the corporation, such as riflemen and other direct combat roles, offering short to full-length configurations of ARs with familiar optics, in addition to AKs, SMGs, battle rifles, and even several pistols. As for fire support roles, Grenadiers can choose between 2 separate handheld GLs, the aforementioned single-shot M320 GLM, or the revolver-type MKE MGL. For anti-tank, mercenary LAT kits have Western launchers, either a single AT-4 rocket or 4 with the M72 Law. HAT roles equip Carl Gustav M2 launchers with 1 tandem, 2 heat, and 1 HE. The faction's outstanding pro is that all Manticore units, including combined arms, deploy 2 extra HAT soldiers to counter armored threats. Automatic riflemen also have several weapons to choose from, including most notably the M249 Mini-Me with 200 round drum magazines. WPMC units also excel at ranged overwatch, thanks to available DMRs, the HK-417, M21, and the fully automatic M16 Wormpool, which is the only marksman kit in-game to field an impact grenade. Furthermore, the team's sniper specialist fields the top-tier 25x telescopic sight for the bolt-action TW-338 SWS precision rifle. Beyond the force's ranged capabilities, CQB engagements are handled by the Raider, a unique role that is issued a short-barreled primary weapon, 3 impact grenades, 5 sidearm magazines, and 3 bandages. Additionally, the Sapper Specialist is issued Remote Detonable C4, exclusive ordnance available to the WPMC only. Lastly, all Manticore units can build AGLs on their FOBs, and many kits are issued impact grenades or extra frags and sidearm magazines. Though the faction might not destroy the opposition with armored strength alone, their vehicle arsenal does come with an array of mobility benefits. High-speed transport VICs are the backbone of Manticore's strategic efficacy, most notably the Light Technical and CPV SUV, both of which have minigun variants for unparalleled fire support. Another advantage of their combined arms and light infantry units, competent crews operating tow Humvees find great success in hunting down armor with mobile ATGM fires. Because WPMCs focus on lighter operations, scout cars are deployed in place of IFVs in the form of the M1117 Guardian, which can shred soft forces with an RWS AGL. Speaking of GMGs, they are the only team in-game with access to rib boats with minigun and AGL variants on water layers. One huge advantage for their units is having the ability to place their M113 mobile spawn vehicle in a strategic location to rapidly bring reinforcements into battle. Though this unique mechanic often becomes a liability because of its 20-ticket worth, successful implementation of a forward or defensive spawn point is a game changer. However, the Force's premier Merkwater Air Wing possesses their most outstanding advantage by deploying 4 helicopters, 2 Ravens and 2 Loaches, one of which is a CAS variant, which though minimally protected, reigns supreme on the battlefield in terms of rapid aerial mobility and airborne fire support. Lastly, when available, mercenaries can outmaneuver most adversaries thanks to the ridiculous agility of ultra-light quad bikes. Apparently, there are things that money cannot buy, as seen with Manticore's cons and disadvantages. It is worth remembering that because of unconventional restrictions, WPMCs fail to implement all of the tools of modern warfare, such as creeping and static artillery barrages. Their tracer rounds are in short supply, leaving SLs and most automatic riflemen without illuminating bullets, while grenadiers are also not issued colored smoke grenades. Typically with guerrilla factions, tech structures like HABs cost less to build, but WPMCs can expect full-price fortifications, which is definitely a con for logistics. Specifically relating to mobility assets, the team is hindered by a lack of resilient armor. They are at a severe disadvantage compared to conventional forces because of the absence of IFVs for protected hot drops and secure fire support. Most turrets available to Manticore are vulnerable open-top variants, only to be backed up by the lackluster older generation M60T MBT, which has a tendency to lose when up against more modern tanks. Finally, their last major disadvantage is that none of their equipment is water traversable, whereas most conventional forces have amphibious vehicles for more universal application. Taking into consideration the long list of tactical benefits applicable to this mercenary faction, maximized potential is achieved by tuning into inherent strengths. The non-conforming uniforms, bulky gear, and black vehicle paints all help to conceal WPMCs in urban environments, particularly in shadows and foliage-heavy compounds, and especially at night. Manticore's combat units possess unparalleled adaptability since they are blessed with an arsenal of CQB and ranged weapons for any and all sizes of infantry raids. This is a high-speed team for a high-speed age. Their strategic strength without a doubt comes from the capitalization of light infantry and air assault tactics, and cohesive players that focus on agile maneuvers will most definitely gain the upper hand. However, these are forces that can be easily exploited. Getting caught out in the open is the corporation's worst nightmare, especially in arid environments or water-heavy locations because of dark loadouts and landlocked VICs. Their weakest link, however, is a severe lack of armored protection for both their ground equipment and helicopters, meaning they are weakest against asset hunting Tiger teams. WPMCs should adamantly avoid and disrupt conventional vehicle maneuvers by more modernized units, since friendlies are more susceptible to technologically superior assets.